about some crazy sets. Now, this is a day one purchase, but I really feel there's a lot of value in the volume. Like, if you think about how much volume of stuff you have, it's good value, you know?
I recorded that whole thing. Oh, if you could see the look on your face right now. Anyways, welcome back to the SAKUGACAST, the Sakuga Builds cast, whatever it may be. I'm Methuselah. I'm joined by my host Daniel Lewa. And I forgot to say this. Follow Daniel Lewa on Instagram, guys, and on TikTok. I forgot to shout it out, guys. DanielLewa.builds. 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 Please, guys, follow him on Instagram and TikTok, guys, for some monkey kid content, to say the least.
A dead theme, and yet it's still the best theme.
The theme died. Anyways, my minifigure of the week. I had a lot of really good ones, but this one stood out to me at the beginning of the week, so I have to go with it. Embo from the Clone Wars. Anybody know this guy, or is it just me? Great minifigure, great hat. My childhood. It really represents a great time of Star Wars era. What about you?
Well, since we're on the topic, I have two. I couldn't decide. It's cheating. You had two the other week, so it's okay. The first one is the new Iron Man Monkey Kid. That's not his official name. I don't know what his official name is, but finally, it's a Monkey Kid version that just isn't the same old like hoodie and jacket or something. This is like Super Saiyan Monkey Kid. He even has the side arm printing. He has like this whole Iron Man type armor front and on the legs, and he has a sick visor on his face. Like, I don't know how this will play into the show, but I'm just so happy we get a new guy. Okay, second one, just because, you know, I can't resist. Those 6-eared macaque. So, finally, we get the actual 6 ears in this hairpiece. That is so dope. The only other version we had before, he had the same hairpiece as Monkey King, but this is just a more dramatic hairdo, 6 ears, amazing looking color scheme, little scarf. He's so cute, and I love how it chops it out on the video. Anyway, that's it. That's the Monkey Kid for the day.
Great. More Monkey Kid figures is what everyone wanted. And it's Monkey Kid and the 6-eared macaque.
As you would say.
Anyways, I have to tell something to Daniel. First of all, he did show me this Air Jordan 1 Lego Ideas, and off the bat, this is already better than Lego Adidas, for obvious reasons. Please, guys, go support this right now. Everybody, go to legoideas.com and search Air Jordan 1. This is about to be lit if this was actually a thing. Nike's kind of weird with their licensing. They usually give Nike owns Converse, and they let Converse do like the Pokemon collabs and all that stuff. So maybe Converse, Nike, I don't know. Still be better than Adidas. Anyways, I was going to say this to Daniel. Okay, it's a little bit of a rant, but you say you want the Ninjago combo mech, right?
Oh boy. Okay. Here we go.
Okay, because it's new and it's shiny. It's an awesome mech, right?
Okay, what's wrong with that?
They already announced more Ninjago sets coming. Why do you have to get every set when they're going to keep coming out with sets on sets on sets?
Uh-huh.
You see what I'm saying? So why would you be like, oh, okay, this Ninjago wave, that's not that good. I'll still probably get this. You don't even have to be. You could be 100%, I really want this. Because they're always going to come out with more.
Should I respond to that?
Yeah, I'm asking you why.
Okay, I think there are a couple different mentalities behind this. One, even if you think something's pretty cool, it's still okay to get, even if there's cooler stuff coming down the line. Two, some people have a very collector mentality or are really trying a 100% collection. For me, I'm not doing 100% Ninjago. I'm doing 100% Monkey Kid because, at least somebody's got to do it. Um, so people who are like, okay, we're going to 100% Ninjago, they're going to get this current wave and they're going to get the future wave. But for general audiences, yeah, if you're not thrilled with the current wave, you don't have to get it. You can wait till the Crystal King, which is rumored to be coming in the summer, and it's gonna be hype because if you look at all the past 2 years of Ninjago, the sets that are based on the seasons, they have been so good, except for Prime Empire season. That those sets were horrible. But after that, Master of the Mountain, amazing. Like the Dungeons and Dragons Ninjago, the Island ones, amazing. Seabound ones, amazing. Like at this rate, and this is supposed to be the final season of this current arc. This is just gonna be crazy, okay? So I see what you're saying. Just wait till the cool stuff. But here's the problem: if you're always waiting for what could be, then you'll never enjoy what's currently available.
Okay, so you just described how amazing this next wave is going to be, right?
In
So,
theory,
so in theory, you could skip this whole baby wave of Ninjago, right?
yeah.
That's all I'm trying to say because your first argument was some people are completionists. Okay, I get that. To that, do I say, if I'm a Marvel completionist, do I have to get every single Marvel set from movies, comics, and Junior and Duplo? Then is that a Marvel completionist when it goes by theme?
No, well, you can complete like say you're just trying to complete all the sets with Boba Fett or all the sets with Spider-Man or all the sets that have the color Volt yellow, like you don't have to do just the theme or the sub theme. You
So if
can
you're
do whatever.
collecting every Monkey Kid set, so if they
Yeah.
make Monkey Kid Duplo, will you get that?
I haven't got the Monkey Kid Brickheads because that can classify as
Mm,
Brickheads. If there was Monkey Kid Duplo, I could classify that as Duplo. Okay,
okay.
so
So technically, this Ninjago wave is technically Junior, right? Anyway, so it doesn't
no.
actually really count as
Well,
Ninjago anyway.
oh my gosh. I was at the Lego store today well, I didn't get anything for myself, but I saw the mech on display built and it looks pretty cool.
Oh.
Here's what I have to say about the current wave of Ninjago. It's not for me as an adult collector, but each one of those sets are great toys. Like, if you look at them, they are great toys. That's my resting argument with that because they're great play features, fun figures, a lot of, different variety of vehicles, dragons, mechs, everything you could ever want. And yeah,
You know, I
great
think.
toys. So, like,
Well,
what?
what I think is a great Ninjago toy is uh, Lloyd's Gundam Mech and the Hydro Bounty. Okay, those are great toys. Okay, so
Yeah.
just the only thing that makes this more accessible for kids is that it's cheaper than those or it's less complicated than those, because
More sturdy. Yeah.
I feel like the kids the same age could build Ninjago's ice. I mean, freaking Zane's ice mech or whatever the heck it's called. Obviously,
Maybe.
I guess you could tell I'm not a fan, but those are the actual good sets of Ninjago when you can't have this whole wave be the baby time. Okay.
Well, it's just like Star Wars. It's okay. This whole wave isn't baby time. But the whole wave is random Hoth accessories to add to your AT Hoth display, and that totally doesn't interest you, and that's great, right?
Yeah.
But what if there was just one set that was like, actually, that's really cool, like the Hoth base, and it comes with Vader and Snow Troopers, and like I don't know.
Then if I really liked it, I would get it. If I was like, the ATST is kind of cool, yeah, I'll probably get it for this figure. I'll probably get it for Chewbacca. Then how will you
Snowy
spend your
Chewbacca.
how will you spend your money on this if you don't really like at least 80 to 100% like it?
I think it has to do with disposable income and nothing else to do. Because if someone has disposable income, okay, I was once like this where I was like, oh yeah, like I like this figure from this one Ninjago set, so I'll just get the whole set. And it turns out like that was a waste of money because I didn't love the set. Yeah, I had the extra figure, but I could have got that separately for way cheaper. You have some parts, but so I mean, wait, how did we get? How did we
Well,
get on
that's what I'm
this?
saying. Even if you have disposable income and you so that allows you to get sets you don't really like because you have disposable
Yeah.
income. So even if you do get all those, they're just gonna collect dust and then they're gonna be stuck in a bag or a box, right? Which is okay to store your sets like that, but I'm just saying, even if you do have
Well,
disposable income, you're just
yeah.
wasting this plastic,
Well, I'm saying people with disposable income are the ones who are going to be buying all the extra stuff they don't need more than the people who don't have extra. Because if you only have $50 a month on Lego, you're going to get what you absolutely really want. But the people with disposable income should also be treating it that way, right? Unless you don't, you just want to build as a hobby. And I was at a point like a year or two ago where I was just like buying random whatever Kai's Mech Jet Prime Empire because I just wanted something to build. But that didn't make me happy. You need to be smart with your money and only get what you love, right? That's what you're getting at. That's what it comes down to. Get the stuff that you really love so you don't have to sell it. Today, I just sold what was it? The Thunder Raider Legacy from Ninjago because I liked it and I had the Overlord and that was cool. I didn't do anything with it. I didn't display it. And so I sold it to some peeps who said they're giving it to their son for his birthday, and you know, I'm assuming that's actually going to happen. But he'll probably enjoy it more than I did because I didn't love it. Maybe somebody else would love it, but is that what you're trying to
No,
get at with like?
I'm just saying, like the example of $50 a month, you get $50 a month. You're like, okay, so this new Ninjago wave, January 1st wave, I guess I'll spend that on the mech, even though it's more than $50. But for example, but why don't you save that 50, save the next month's 50, save next month's 50, and then by the end of the year you get the Mos Eisley Cantina or set equivalent is what I'm saying because
Oh yeah,
that's basically what I'm trying to get at is why would you have to get this when you could get something not only better but probably bigger and there probably will be something cooler in the end of the year. But
it's because people are suckers for instant gratification. You know, why save up for the Daily Bugle if it took 6 months at $50 a month instead of getting the Garganto Showdown now and a bunch of other small sets, and then you realize later, like, oh crap, what did I do? I just like could have got the Daily Bugle. Oh well,
guys,
but at least you had. I don't know.
be patient and save your money, guys. This we are not financial advisors, guys, but please do save your money, guys. And you could get something like this. You see?
Okay, nice flex.
Not trying to flex or anything, but I'm just saying if the patience will pay off. I'm definitely an instant gratification person as well, but the patience did pay off because a lot of the times the bigger sets have the better figures. They have the more elaborate builds, details, Easter eggs, etc. And a lot of the times smaller sets do bring gratification too. I got a baby junior set with the Rhino, and I was pretty like 90% really wanted it. 90% wanted it, which is pretty high percent up there.
Right.
As Doctor Strange, I was like, I 100% want that for sure. So I'd even say like 80% is going on the lower end, in my humble opinion.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I think that's just being smart about the hobby, right? Like, no matter if you're in the hobby for collecting, for building, for playing, for displaying, like be smart about how you do it. I was looking at the Brickset forum the other day, and I was shocked of like these like bratty attitudes so many people had, where they're like, hopefully I can make room in my late house, and like my wife is gonna be mad, or like all this stuff, and like talking bad about their relationships as if they were secondary to this plastic crap that we love, we love a lot. But like, what are your priorities? Are your priorities this petroleum based molded stuff that you put together, or your priorities, your spouse, your family, your friends. This is this is a problem with any hobby, with any addiction, especially. It will get in the way if you don't, if you don't have your priorities straight. And that's I've seen it in other communities I've been a part of too, like the synthesizer community or whatever. People deprioritize things because of the things they're obsessed with. So,
That's just
am I
ridiculous.
wrong or
No, you're right. These guys on Brick said they need to gather their marbles, get the Dorito crumbs off your shirt, get your Mountain Dew cans put in the trash can, and you need to get up and contribute to society and show your wife, maybe do a hobby that she wants to do for once. Because your Lego building, the only way you get your dopamine release is, I understand it. You get your Lego set and you open it. It's really satisfying. Building it's really satisfying. You need to learn to enjoy what you have now. Like, for example, this minifigure I had since 2011 or something, 2010. I still need to love this with care, and I need to keep it not dusty, and I can enjoy it almost as much as when I originally got it. So, I'm not trying to preach to you guys, but maybe just once in a while, just realize, what situation you're in. And, if the whole wife thing just gets me every time.
it drives me
'Cause
nuts.
there's some
Someone
really,
was like, uh-huh.
oh, I was just gonna say, there's some really tolerant wives out there that will put up with this crap because they're nice about it, but come on.
Like put your loved ones first. Like put relationships first because what? Your Legos don't care about you. So might as well put the things most important in your life that can care about you. This will outlive you when you die. Your bricks will still be around, whether in the landfill or in a museum or whatever. But you can't take it with you. So,
That's 100% correct.
wow.
But anyways, on that note, if there
What?
was a new like Ninjago City Gardens type set, if there was a new Ninjago City Gardens esque set for Ninjago, if you can't think of one, that's okay. But if there was a Ninjago City equivalent for Ninjago, for you, what would that be? Do you think?
Wait, a Ninjago City equivalent for Ninjago
Yeah, like
or Monkey
within the
Kid?
Ninjago theme, what would be something equivalent to Ninjago City Gardens? Do you have any ideas? Because I know one for Star Wars and Marvel of like the Daily Bugle equivalent or the Mos
Yeah.
Eisley equivalent.
Do you mean the Monkey Kid or Ninjago?
I was gonna ask you about Ninjago and Monkey Kid each because I know
Oh,
Star
okay,
Wars and
okay, okay.
Marvel, but you know how we always talk about the Pinnacle sets that are just like, for example,
Yeah,
my Daily Bugle is
yeah.
Ninjago City Gardens. If there was another Ninjago Pinnacle set like that, what would it be for you? Is basically what I'm asking.
What do you mean?
And if you don't know, that's
Oh,
okay because, like you said with Marvel and Star Wars, there's stuff it's based on, but Ninjago and Monkey Kid is just made up out of thin air.
yeah. And I mean, that's why Ninjago City and Gardens are so nice because they're not technically based on anything at all. It's just based on the idea of what Ninjago is and the idea of what the city is like. I know a lot of people really want Borg Tower as a thing, or a better blacksmith shop for Ninjago. I don't know if those would really capture the same imagination.
So my question is, does it have to be a building? Would it have to be a building for you? Because so far they've all been buildings. Could it be like Pirates of Barracuda Bay? It is kind of like a building still in a way, but it is a vehicle. It's a ship.
Well, if you think of like, what if they made a minifig scale Destiny's Bounty? Like in the show, these minifigures are walking around, they're doing stuff inside. There's like a bridge that they go into. So that would be crazy if they did that'd be like UCS scale, Destiny's Bounty, and you have a whole interior that you could kind of take apart and see, have tons of ninja, have tons of the side characters. Because that's like what the show centers around is kind of the Destiny's Bounty, the adventures it goes on, whether it's in the Hydra Bounty form, regular form, and all the characters interacting in it. So that'd be
So
interesting,
like a
maybe.
Titanic-sized Hydra bounty.
Yes,
Yeah,
basically.
I think that would be really cool. Destiny. I'm not even a Ninjago fan, but Destiny's bounty is a boat, right?
Yeah.
That would be really cool to have like a big version of that, where it's almost like a minifig scale and have a lot of details included. So I do think that would be a good idea. Would that be Pinnacle enough for you? Do you think if they have the right figures and everything?
I mean, that'd be crazy. A lot of what we're missing in Ninjago are a lot of those side characters from the show that haven't made an appearance. Like even the guy who created Zane, Dr. Julian, isn't a minifigure. So if like there's some way to get all of these guys in that are super highly desirable, that would be the best. So honestly, that's kind of what Ninjago City should do is include a lot of those stuff. We haven't gotten a lot of great figures in like the gardens.
Yeah, and also
Anyway, that
bring back the goated figures like Samukai. Okay, there I said it.
yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll do my turn for Star Wars. No, I'll do Marvel first. Marvel is pretty obvious and stupid, but Avengers Tower. Not
Oh,
really, not
yeah.
necessarily MCU, and like you could take from the MCU a little bit, but like a comic book Avengers Tower, and include go crazy on the minifigures like the Daily Bugle. Go
Oh
crazy, go
man,
stupid,
that'd be wild.
just go
Yeah.
deep Avengers cut. Imagine the superheroes. You could include basically any superhero, any X-Men, any Fantastic Four. But focus, yeah, definitely like focus on Avengers characters that have been on the Avengers, She-Hulk minifigures, Spider-Woman, even probably still Spider-Man. There's so many. All the, and of course the classic ones that we see in the movies, Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, Black Widow, Hawkeye, maybe give them a good minifigure for once. Um, But yeah, that's definitely. I feel like that's the next easiest one. It's probably the first easiest one for next to the Daily Bugle for like a big set like that for Marvel. But I think just because they just barely did an Avengers Tower. Like they've done Avengers Towers before, that they haven't done a big one yet, or I don't know. But for me, that would be like the one. And imagine all the Easter eggs inside too. You could even include more Easter eggs, and the Daily Bugle included so many Easter eggs, and that's just primarily Spider-Man and his villains. So
Yeah. That would be. I mean, such an iconic building, Avengers Tower, and the builds that we've gotten so far for it are, you know, more kid for oriented. It's not like showing it off as an architectural piece or anything. So that could be a really great one. And you
yeah,
could put
modular.
basically anybody. You could put anybody from Marvel into it, and it could work as villain or hero. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, because on Daily Bugle, I'm like trying to keep like Spider-Man related. You really could put anyone there, but it just feels better to have Spider-Man, like all the different Spider-Man variants and Spider-Man villains feels more natural. But Avengers Tower, you could go ham with just. Oh, they could include villains too. I didn't even mention like get some of these villains, like Avengers villains that they don't have minifigures of, like what Annihilus, a better Ultron
Big
minifigure,
wheel.
Big Wheel, 8 Ball, Modoc again, please. But yeah. So that would be my dream Marvel set right now. I think if we're going like deep, it'd be cool to have like Ravencroft Institute, but that's a Spider-Man villain
Oh
thing, and
wow.
we have a
Yeah.
lot of Spider-Man villains already. So um, the Savage Land from X-Men would be really cool. You could include a lot of X-Men characters and villains in there. But anyways,
Mm.
do you have an
X
idea?
Mansion. Did you mention
Oh,
X
X-Men.
Mansion?
I'm also
That's like
X-Men.
the perfect. Once they have X-Men in the MCU, that's definitely what they could do. They'll be go crazy with all the X-Men.
Oh, there's so many X-Men, and there's so many X-Men villains. Go crazy with the mutants. Oh, that might be better than Avengers Tower, honestly. Those two, and then yeah, there's some other
Yeah.
ideas, but those two would be
So
the best buildings. Um, anyways, do you have an idea for Monkey King? Because you read A Journey to the West a little bit. Do you have any There hasn't really been a Pinnacle Monkey Kid set, has there?
The closest we have so far is the City of Lanterns. Second one being Flower Fruit Mountain. Here's an issue as far as buildings go. Ninjago City and Ninjago City Gardens feel way more like they're from the Monkey Kid universe in the show than the Ninjago show universe. So it's a little weird because it's like you could like pretty much take out the Ninjago figures and the Ninjago City and stuff, put in the Monkey Kid figures, because in the show that is crazy. Like especially with that art style, it's just wild, so colorful. It's like kind of this fake weird wallpaper I have right now on Discord. That's kind of how Monkey Kid looks. And so, what I think would be really awesome would be the something in the heavens because they've gone there a couple times in the show, but also plays a huge part in the books. Like all of these characters, the gods and goddesses who live in the heavens, in like the celestial realm, that would be so crazy. And it'd be super elegant, like really cool. I don't know, golds and greens and white and whatever. And you could throw in all these guys, Nuja and everybody, because like there's so many other characters they haven't even shown in the show yet that are in Journey to the West that you could put in the heavenly realm because like that's where all the gods and goddesses live. Basically, that would be amazing, and I think probably end up going there more, especially now that Nuja is in the show season 3. So that
Do
would
you
be
think
dope.
do you think that would be too religious of a set?
Well, that's a really good question. I mean, it's just based off of Chinese mythology. I mean, Journey to the West is Taoist, Buddhist, a little bit of Hindu.
I'm definitely
It's
I'm definitely
yeah.
imagining it like kind of like Flower Fruit Mountain, except more like heavenly and bigger. And if you had like the god minifigures, that's where it gets a little skeptical. But those would be fire, I would bet. I don't know what they look like, but I could just imagine those figures being fire, and that would actually push that set to be the Pinnacle Monkey Kid set because Flower Fruit Mountain has pretty good figures. The first time I ever saw those monkeys and macaque, and then but the new City of Lanterns just bad figures across the board. It's not even.
Oh
I don't even think
man,
that's close
yeah.
to really great, just because the figures. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I think yeah, that's a very good point. And there are a lot of figures in the book they probably would have to leave out. Like Buddha is a big figure in the book,
he's a
like
big
the
fig.
Buddha. Well, I mean, he like holds Monkey King in his hand. You know, he's the world basically. So they would have to steer clear of ones of figures who are very relevant to modern religions, like Buddha. But Chang'e is a good example. Like that's like Thor or something in Norse mythology. Chang'e is like the moon goddess in Chinese mythology that they still, you know, respect and everything, but don't worship necessarily. At least there isn't a large religion based around it. So if they stuck to characters like that or locations like that, then you know they're probably playing it safe.
Definitely, and no Lego, just do it, just do it. Like if you're a baby out there like crying like, oh, where do you draw the line? You know, we're gonna have Satan and hell and everything. Like, guys,
Or
just do it, please, because it will be cool. And don't be a baby. Don't like be about the tiger butt whole thing. Like, where do you draw the line? It doesn't matter, guys. Just stop whining about it, guys. This, please do it, because I'm actually imagining this Monkey Kid set, and it would actually be pretty fire. So, $300 UCS Heaven set. Um, Great idea.
thank you.
I guess I would go with my Star Wars idea, and I don't know if you'll agree with this one. I probably already told you, but my next dream Star Wars big set, like, cause I'm thinking of Mos Eisley Cantina it's a big build with a lot of great figures. My next one of that category would be Star Wars Attack of the Clones, Geonosian Arena. Please, guys, can we please get this set, guys? It doesn't even have to be the full thing. It could be like kind of like a big, like kind of half circle that kind of starts, and so you do see like a full wall built, and then kind of like uh, tapers off. That's how I'm imagining it, and that way it's like a display, and you have the three creatures brick built, looking cool. Geonosian figures, Padme, Obi-Wan, Anakin, Wat Tambor, Poggle the Lesser, Count Dooku, Jango Fett, Kid Boba Fett. And then
Oh,
imagine the Jedi you could include that come in. Mace Windu, everybody, all those Jedi, like get some obscure Jedi in there. Cause look, they made these head molds for Mos Eisley Cantina for these one-off guys. Can we get the guy that tries to get Count Dooku and dies? He's a
yeah.
meme now. I forgot his name.
I don't
Can
know.
we get Joe the Jedi? Can we get, you know, a better Kit Fisto? That's what I'm thinking. Just imagine the Jedi figures that would go hard.
Oh my goodness. I was just watching Attack of the Clones the other day, and I know people hate on the movie. It has some dope stuff in it, like the Geonosian Arena. Wow. And I think that would be so amazing. Just get like a quarter circle, right? Big quarter circle of the Colosseum, bunch of Geonosians, Poggle the Less. Yeah, everybody. You could get the
Banking
whole
Clan.
council, separatist council, but the Bank Clan guy, Commerce Guild lady, everybody, a bunch of Jedi, some clones. That that would be wild. Like, and the creatures. It's shocking to me still, like seeing those creatures that they have never been made. Those lend themselves so well to being brick built, I think, especially like the Nidiki bionicle looking guy, the four-legged. Well, they're all
That should have been a
four-legged, but like
set forever ago.
it's crazy. Attack of the Clones has only 20 Star or Lego sets. Like that's it. Episode 4 has almost 50. Like most of them are nearing 50. Attack of the Clones only has 20. It's crazy. So much good stuff in it.
Yeah, I mean, 20 is not like a minuscule number, but at the same time, you gotta start bringing these out, guys. Start evening these out because, yeah, episode 2 has always been one of my favorites when I was a kid. The droid factory was always a highlight, and then the arena scene was always a highlight. And yeah, imagine the droid. We didn't even talk about the droids they could include in there. It's only really
Oh,
super battle
goodness. Yeah.
droids,
Mordecai.
droidy cars, and regular droids, but droid commanders.
C3PO
See,
with Battle Droid head and Battle Droid with C3PO head. How awesome would that be?
yeah, the little things that the Genosians ride to guide the animals. Just include it
Oh,
all in that scene. Because imagine how fun it would be, how fun it would be to build, how fun it would be to play with. I think that would be a shoe-in. I don't know how good it would sell, but if they make it look good, you know.
well, here's what they'll have to do is like what they're doing this year, where they have released the AT-AT and then release a bunch of little hoth sets to populate it with and to make your own battle scene. That's what they should do, and it's too bad they didn't do that with the Republic gunship, where they have like
Mm.
a episode 2 wave. That's not even minifig scale, so we won't worry about that. But imagine if they do the Geonosian arena. Maybe they don't include all of the creatures or whatever, and they can release smaller sets, like $20 for the crab looking guy or whatever, and you can populate the arena. You get your droid battle pack, clone battle pack, fill it up, Geonosian battle pack. Like
I think that
if you want to,
yeah, I think the
yeah.
shoe-in would be a Geonosian battle pack with like those green laser cannons that they have. So
Oh yeah,
four
no, for sure.
Geonosians and the laser cannon, or three Geonosians and a droid, even so
Mm.
two Geonosians, two droids, something like that, just so you could really flesh out your arena. I think that's a fantastic idea. And yeah, I don't know why that's not a thing yet. Anyways, that's the two main ideas that I had. If you have any more, let me know. But the Pinnacle,
What's the
the th-
pinnacle set for minions? What could it be? Gru's house. Where's Gru's house?
I think it would be Vector's house, UCS style.
Yeah, not even minifig scale. They'd be bigger than minifig scale. Minion
Um,
scale.
yeah, I guess that's the only Lego themes that really matter anyway. So, um, other than that, I think that's it. It was rumored that they are doing Lego Super Mario minifigures. Rumored. 6
I
minifigure
don't see
pack.
that.
You don't see that?
That's probably just for like the second series of the year of the blind bags for the little villain baddies.
Oh my gosh.
Literally.
Well, on that note, um, That's a failure. So make Mario minifigures, make the sets that we mentioned, and we should be good. And I'm entitled. And also appreciate your sets, guys, and don't put your sets before your wife. Really? You serious? Anyway,
Thanks for joining us again.
have a good.
And thank you, Methuselah. Have an.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, nah, it's teasing.
Go ahead.
No, that's all. May the force be with you. Whatever.
You
I
said
don't know.
thank you, Methuselah, something.
When are you getting Vader's castle?
And I don't. Oh, I think it's on the 13th. So 3 more days.
Oh my gosh,
So you might be gone.
that's so dope. That's okay. Okay, talk to y'all later. Are you still recording, or did you stop it yet? Oh my goodness, what is this? What's going on?
The epic fail.